I have failed you. I wish there was another way for me to say it. I cannot. I can only beg your forgiveness and pray you hear me somehow. Someplace where a warm hand waits for mine. The snow flies fast through the streets of New York as the frost crispens the greenery of Central Park and freezes the breath. Christmas is upon us, and it is the last day of class at Midtown High School, where one Mr. Peter Parker teaches. You'll get your grades back on these papers first day back. Until then, get out of here and enjoy the holidays. Man, it's only just sinking in. This time next year will be my first Christmas as a parent. Suddenly it all got so real. The thought trips through Spider-Man's mind as he swings his way to NYC Health, the building alive with activity and brightly fluorescent lights swirling as Spidey makes his way inside until finding a particular nurse. You paged me, Nurse Karen.
Oh, when will you not sneak up on me like that? My heart can't take you climbing down the walls like some...
Spider?
Don't get clever with me, young man. You've got a lot waiting on you. Don't disappoint them.
As, wearing a Santa hat and sack of presents over his shoulder, Spidey enters the children's ward. It warms the webhead's heart to perform this other kind of heroism as he sets to work handing out presents and doing tricks for the elated little ones. But then, Spider sense! As a great booming rocks the building, the lights flicker overhead as the children are suddenly fearful. Their breath can be seen in the air as the temperature suddenly drops. A group of nurses suddenly rush in to make sure the children are safe. Everyone stay here, I'll see what's going on. Stay frosty.
Go get him, Spider-Man!
The snow and cold flies from all directions in the emergency room as blasts of cryonic ice overwhelm the surroundings of the scene. The blasts of the figure are intercepted as Spider-Man webs up the barrel of the freezing gun. Freeze, creep! The figure turns, blasting the webs of the barrel of the gun as they freeze and shatter in the air. This does not concern me. It does if you're threatening these people. What do I call you anyway, Dr. Snowcone? You will call me Mr. Freeze. Remember it well, as the blood in your veins run cold. The two engage as Spidey dodges blasts of ice that blanket the scene in cold. Someone likes Iceman's shtick? Freeze, why is that name familiar? Enough. You may elude me, but can they? As he points his gun at nearby civilians. I will have what I came for, and no harm will befall them. Wait, Freeze? Victor Freeze? I remember reading about you. Your work in cryogenics was revolutionary. Everyone thought you were dead. I am not. I met a far worse fate. And now you need what? Medical supplies? Run out of ice packs? My business is my own. If you need help, maybe I can give it. Help was never offered before. Why should I trust it given now? You know, as it happens, I'm something of a scientist myself. Maybe I can help you. Spider sense! A nearby wall is blown as silver and green figures rush the room, knocking Spidey sideways as they take and bind Freeze, taking him to their outside airship. Spider recovers in time to see the ship take off as he quickly throws a spider tracer onto the hull. Great! I go from getting frostbite to knocked out by Iron Mike. But at least I know who took the snowman, the only maniac who would put his face on his robots, Dr. Doom. Enjoying the video so far? Be sure to subscribe so you don't miss our next video. Freeze is brought in irons and led into a large and gothic throne room on which in shadow sits the ruler of Latveria himself, the imposing mask looking with unseen eyes as Freeze is knelt before him. Ah, how the good doctor has fallen. Tell me, can a heart of ice still beat? What would you want with me? My technology? No. Cryogenics are nothing to Doom. It is your services I would enlist. There is no cost that would buy my services. No, not money. The frozen man only works for his frozen wife. Yes? Do not speak of my Nora. Temper, Doctor. When Doom can help you and your bride. You know where she is? There are bigger events at play than you realize, Doctor. The strands of worlds have been pulled together from across universes, creating an opportunity. Doom will find your wife and provide the resources to return her to your side. Whole. If you do as Doom demands. The Latverian Embassy. a building that sticks out from the rest of its neighbours. Its dark stone exterior seems to reflect the soul of its ruler, its towers and gates seeming like some Gothic castle darkly standing in the midst of a New York street. As the webhead lands just across from the building, Swell, the only embassy with robots as security, getting in is not going to be easy. Spider says,
"Halt, intruder! You trespass on doomed soil!"
Quickly, Spidey dodges blaster shots from the monolithic guards. Great. What? Does that crime don't own the block? Spidey continues to dodge and nimbly avoids several more shots as he swings toward the embassy. He spots a window on an upper floor. Well, looks like I'm not using the front door, and he smashes his way through. Luckily, he finds no more bots waiting for him as he crawls on the ceiling, his senses peeled for more danger. Well, now the place is on high alert. How am I gonna find the Iceman now? Spider says, as shadows creep along the adjoining corridor. The wall crawler spots an open door. Venturing inside, he webs the door locked behind him as he turns to see what looks like a laboratory within. Huh. Only Dr. Doom would have a lab at an embassy. It looks better equipped than ESU. What does he need all this for? He begins rummaging through papers on the nearby table, finding a medical file labelled Nora Freeze. Freeze's wife. McGregor's syndrome. Late stage. Finding a nearby computer to be only asleep, he finds a video file, playing it as he continues searching.
My name is Dr. Victor Freeze.
Hey,
Behind me
this looks
is a
like some
biomedical
kind of shipping
chamber of my
invoice.
own design.
Why would that be
I
here?
built this to house those
Wait a
with an
minute.
untreatable ailment.
Well,
Subjects
what do you
such
know?
as my own beloved wife, Nora. Once a remedy has been found,
Our gaze now turns to the Baxter Building, home to the first family of superheroes, the Fantastic Four, as resident muscle Ben Grimm brings in their Christmas tree. This thing's bigger than Rockefeller's. What's with the tree, Susie? I wanted to go all out this year. It's so rare we're not dealing with an end-of-the-world crisis or some negative zone adventure. The occasion needs marking. Mark it anymore, sis, and astronauts will see it. So when do we decorate it? Call it, hothead. Don't you send this one on fire too. Place still smells of last year's. Look, I didn't know plastic trees were that flammable. Well, we did warn you last year, Johnny. Sue, have you seen these latest geographic readings? They're measuring at an unusually... Come on, Reed, put the notes down and get to hanging tinsel. You're gonna be our best hope to get to the top with Flyboy grounded. This scene would be moving if I could still feel such warmth. Mr. Freeze stands at the elevator threshold, standing in an upgraded suit and bringing him with him the chill of winter. Do not bother calling your security. You will find them quite cold. You picked the wrong house, buddy! Flame on! Johnny, wait! Freeze shoots a great blast of frost that dampens the Human Torch's flame. As he is blasted back, a further blast is blocked by Invisible Woman as the Thing checks on Torch. He's out cold, Reed! Who is this guy? I don't know, but I'm willing to guess who sent him. Invisible Woman propels her shield down towards Freeze, encasing him in a shell as the Human Torch comes to. Johnny blasts heat into the field as Sue contains it. Torch is ready for round 2 as he propels an inferno into the bubble as the Invisible Woman strains to hold it together. The snowman ain't even flinching! You will find my suit has been modified to survive your fire. As he strikes the ground, sending a wave of cold outwards, knocking everyone to the ground. When the fire dies, all that is left is ice. That ain't all, buddy. It's clobbering time as the Thing barrels into Freeze, tussling with the frozen force. But Freeze is able to equal the Thing's strength as the two are equally matched. As Mr. Fantastic checks on his wife, he tries to form a new strategy. I can tag him, Reed. Don't, you could hit Ben. Got any other plans stretched? Your familial loyalties are touching. As he throws the Thing to a nearby wall, encasing him in ice, but also a cutting weakness. Human Torch flies once more at Freeze, only to be caught and held in a choking hold. As Freeze's touch begins to emanate frost, he throws the frostbitten torch aside. Tell me, Mr. Richards, what would you do if you had to watch your wife held behind winter's veil? What would you sacrifice to hold her in your arms again? Perhaps we should find out. As Freeze levels his gun at Invisible Woman, Mr. Fantastic manages to jump in the way in time to take the freezing blast straight to the heart, his elasticity rendered inert by the cold. For a man of logic, such an action was predictable. Is this predictable? As Invisible Woman begins to generate a small, tiny force field within the Iceman's brain, delivering terrific pain as she makes the field slowly bigger and bigger, sending the frozen man into an aneurysm.
Nora!
Time out, kids! Spidey arrives in time to web a line between the two, breaking Invisible Woman's concentration. Check on everyone else, I'll deal with this guy. Freeze suddenly shoots a hand down to Spider-Man, grabbing and holding him aloft as he regains his composure.
I would thank you for the assistance, but I sense you to get in my way again. I will therefore only kill you quickly.
As Freeze throws and pummels Spidey into the marble floor, making ready to crush the webhead. Freeze! Wait! You've been played! Doom has your wife!
What?
He's had her the whole time!
You are lying!
As he throws the webhead into a nearby wall, choking the wall crawler as his rage seeps through.
No, he is not.
As Doom enters, a parade of Doombots behind him. Victor,
You must get better security, Richards. Where is my wife? You said... I said you would be reunited with her if you killed these four, and you have not.
yeah, well, that's your problem, Chrome Dome. 6v1 ain't good odds.
For you, no. But you will be pleased to know, Doctor, that Doom has altered the deal.
Doom steps aside as behind him stands an unfrozen and very alive Nora Freeze. Victor?
Nora,
The two embrace in what was thought a distant dream. I wouldn't have thought you so charitable, Victor.
it has been enough to see you like this, Richards. Remember what Doom has done for you, Doctor, for he will not.
Dr. Doom leaves as amongst the mire and destruction of the battle stand two reunited souls. Spider-Man swings off the remnants of the battle and wonders, swell, another year of bruises and sores, and Dr. Doom doing something nice. That's a novelty. Still, those crazy kids together again. Is it so much to hope freezing will not be a problem again? Achoo! Oh, great. Happy Christmas, Spidey. Here's to another new year.